Hey guys, Twitch JCB here. I would like to discuss with you on my experience with Rodea the Sky Solider. We play as Rodea, who is looking to save Princess Cecilia in an endangered world, but she has other plans in mind to protect us and the world by splitting a key in half and transfer us into the future, which destroys Gyarados' plans of conquering the world. Fast forward 1000 years later, we appear to lose our memories of the incident and get to meet Ion, who repairs himself back to normal, as we will now need to make sure that the previous events don't happen again. The gameplay is great, as we get to use our Wii remote to navigate through the stages by pointing at an object and springing it towards that direction. This simple mechanic is used to make different interactions in an open 3D environment to make it to the end goal. We have 3 different forms of ourselves. First, we start off in a form whereby we can move around at a steady pace, but once we are able to find the power up to transform, we get green hair and have our abilities amplified. If we do get hit once, we transform back to our previous form, and another hit would be a further downgrade, as we would enter into a critical condition and feel vulnerable towards anything we do. The fun factor is determined by staying in our green haired form, as it's such a blast to feel empowered, blasting through most objects coming our way. Keeping the speed at high levels is why I noticed the game does really well when we are starting to get the hang of collecting the resources and traversing through the environment. This is also done with the combat. With a quick press of the button, when locked on, we will drive a home and attack against them. Other power-ups are included to stretch things out a bit further what we can do, such as the assault rifle to rip out damage from a distance and a barrier for extra protection. We do get a high rank by completing the stages really fast to encourage replay value of getting better each time. Exploration is another given factor I do enjoy, as there's lots of things to navigate all around us to visit and gain value from it. This is done by spreading out medals across the stages to find them more and collecting a good rank in the end. These are optional to be gathered, but it creates replay value of getting accustomed to these stages and checking out the cool special stages that contain even more challenges to complete. One of the things I did like was the character development between Rodea and Ion as the story went further. At times, they bickered amongst each other and disagreements towards certain topics at times during the stages, but this led on to them understanding each other further to create a special bond that worked very well together on stopping the next Gyarados invasion. The difficulty factor can be slightly rough around the edges at times with certain bosses and objectives we need to do between the levels, but the most difficult part I had was against the final boss, as it did take me a long time to complete. In moments like this, it would come down to trial and error. However, the last phase of this boss fight was tough, positioning myself since it was easy to get smacked by the gigantic laser that is fired straight towards us. Overall, Rodea the Sky Solider is a wonderful game that encourages fast speed action and exploration throughout its levels, while creating a world with gorgeous visuals and characters to make this a great gem to pick up and play. If any of you guys have any experiences with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.